Stream. My name is Feisty Saint, and we are back with Slay the Spire, back on the Watcher run, continuing from our last defect win. We had a pretty good run going with Runic Pyramid, Shuriken, and crowd favorite Claw. And today will be a special stream. We will be giving away a $5 Amazon gift card towards the end. There are some chat commands in the title, either exclamation mark giveaway or exclamation mark info will tell you more about it. Feel free to hop on in and ask anything you like. So let us start with this Watcher run. We had a terrible start last time, providing the option that we can get this enemies in your 3 next combats at 1 HP. And I think I really like the option of it, especially because of how many question marks that we could encounter. We could potentially get 2 elites with it, so let's go this route. Rushdown is a great card throughout the whole run, but might as well take it early. I do see another Rushdown, and I think it is too early to take 2 of them, but Flurry Blows will synergize alongside that. Just Lucky is interesting. It is better with more card draw, but I think we'll pass on it for now. On to the next question mark. We do get the card removal option. And we will remove a defend. Typically, it's best to remove strikes with the other 3 characters, but because of the availability to go into Wrath, strikes are more valuable with Watcher, so we'll get rid of defense. And Wheel Kick is really good. Strong 2-cost card we can get. And let's take Skill Potion. Let's go ahead and go for this Elite. Gambling Chip. At the start of each combat, discard any number of cards, then draw that many cards. Also, Flex Pop, we could gain 5 Strength, which might be more valuable than Vulnerability. With our 0-cost cards that we can play a lot of, opposed to potential damage that we could play over 3 turns. Let's see, another Flurry of Blows, and I think it's capable of being taken solely because we have Wheel Kick. I'll take it. And I think we'll stay with the Vulnerability. And with that, I would like to upgrade Wheel Kick. Get a little bit more damage going. Gremlin Knob is definitely the preferred elite we wanted to face. Lagavulin would have a little bit more difficulty, but nonetheless, it should be fine. Start with a Miracle, do our flurries, and then Eruption to get both of our flurries back into a double damage Wheel Kick. And strike kills, and we took 0 damage this fight. Very nice. Wall Up. Deal 9 damage, gain block equal to the unblocked damage dealt. This, of course, synergizes with Wrath, and we're happy to take it for some method of block. We can go a hallway heavy path with all these combat encounters. And I do want this elite, so I think we will take that path. Ornamental Fan, every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 4 block, which we are doing a lot of with Flurry of Blows, since when we change stances, that they'll return to our hand, so we can generate more block than just defense or vigilance. So for instance, here we are, let's see, 19 plus 12. Gonna just outright burst. Omniscience. Choose a card in your draw pile, play the chosen card twice, and exhaust it. That can be really good for turns where we are capable of getting Rushdown in, or to generate a lot of block with Vigilance, Wallop, or a lot of damage and card draw with Wheel Kick. You pretty much take it when you see it. Assuming that you have strong enough cards to play. You know, it isn't always doable. I think we're gonna Omniscience Wallop here. And Wheel Kick Strike will do it. And Meditate is more stance swapping. I think it's the best path we can take. And let's just invest everything we can into this. There we go, another fight that we don't take damage on. Now we get some options of how we would like to... Hello, Dylan. We get another chance of how we can deal with some larger fights, like more enemy fights. Let's see what's going to synergize the most. We could Omniscience Indignation to where we would be able to play it once into Wrath and then play it again to Vulnerability. But what are we exactly doing with that? With that, we would also be able to get Rushdown into play, drawing a lot more. Consecrate is worth considering because we have a lot of energy demand with 2-cost Eruption, 2-cost Vigilance, Wallop, Omniscience. Another 0-cost card could do a lot for us. And I like the option of taking it. Especially we can draw into it with Rushdown and Wheel Kick. So with this, I think we're just going to keep our hand in Omniscience Wallop. So that way we are able to block and deal a lot of damage. So if we use our vulnerability pot, which vulnerable causes creatures to be taking 50% more damage. We currently are weak, so we're dealing 25%. So this would be 6, 6, and 4, and 4 if we use this. That'd be right at 20. Wouldn't be enough. So I think we should use Skill Pot. Try to preserve some health. We don't want to take that much damage. Now let's... I think Sanctity is the only way that we're not gonna take as much. But Ornamental Fan will be able to reduce some stuff we're taking. We get some more 0-cost cards, and I think Halt is gonna synergize with our Wrath and our draw. Get that. Hmm. We're gonna look for a good turn to play a lot of damage on. But I also think it's worth it to Omniscience this Rushdown. We can play it twice and get a lot of card draw, so whenever we do go into Wrath, we'll have a ton of cards to play with. Wheel Kick. Let's Vulnerability Pot. We're gonna want to burst down through this fight as fast as we can. And could choose a card from our discard pile. And I think it's important to take this Wheel Kick. Actually, I think Wallet might be a little bit better. There we go. Good fight. Bottled Lightning upon pickup, choose a skill. Start each combat with this card in your hand, and that is very, very helpful with Omniscience. So that way we get to put this Omniscience into our hand, and then we can choose a card that we didn't draw into to be able to play it twice. And with that, we could potentially do with Wish. So we could play Wish twice, and we get to choose one. Gain 6 plated armor, 3 strength, or 25 gold, and of course gold would carry over into the next fight or shop. Very, very beneficial. And another potion. We've had a very strong Act 1 so far, and the way to get stronger, I think, is definitely energy, but we're probably looking for energy in our boss relic rewards. So I think card draw is still going to remain important. With that, let's upgrade this Meditate, so that way we get 2 cards whenever we choose to take through our discard pile. So again, we are going to keep our hand so we can Omniscience twice for Wish. Play Wish twice. And I think we're going to do 1 strength, 1 bit of strength, and 1 bit of gold. So that way we get some gold out of this fight, other than just the reward screen, and so we're not at such a disadvantage, even though we took the strength path. And he is going to hit us for a lot, and we could have changed that by not playing Omniscience turn 1, or potentially playing Omniscience twice so we could get more damage, but we have a lot of health to work with. Let's Wheel Kick. He's activated to his next turn, and I think Wallop and Defend is going to be our best bet. We are going to take some more damage throughout this fight, but that's okay. We're just going to be bursting down pretty heavily. So we'll Eruption second. Deal a lot of damage. And play that for 46. There we go. And we do just have lethal. good fight. We get 75 gold and a stance potion that we can choose to take. Enter Calmer Wrath at our disposal. And we're not playing a lot of defend cards where we would just instantly gain block, so I think it's better to get rid of the speed potion. That would help with situations like that, and with the stance potion that we can get some more control. Now this is pretty interesting. We could take a Ragnarok where it would synergize with Omniscience, so we could play it twice. A little energy cheating. And alternatively, on the other side, we could get Spirit Shield where we could get a lot of block. And I'm pretty happy with the damage that we have now. And the additional thing we need to be thinking about is which card are we more favorable to play when we just strictly draw it. And I think Spirit Shield is going to be more situational than Ragnarok. With Spirit Shield comes the potential synergy of Runic Pyramid. At the end of your turn, you no longer discard your hand. So we could build up our hand and gain a lot of block whenever we choose this with all the cards that we have. Also, if we happen to draw Wish on our first turn, we can choose when we want to play it, and so hopefully we don't miss a fight when we've been able to make the best of an opportunity to where we can gain the 25 gold. These two options where we could gain energy, we no longer see enemy tents. We do gain more energy, but we could do without it. Less ground, gain energy, and future card rewards have 2 less cards to choose from, and I think Runic Pyramid has proven to just be much stronger. We can choose another Elite Heavy path, first one being the Burning Elite, which would give us the Emerald Key, one of the 3 keys we need to obtain before we reach Act 4. And I like this path, where we get the shop. 344 is a good measurement to have for a lot of gold going into a shop. Let's see. We'll gamble away that strike. I'm trying to think what we should do. I think we're gonna play 3 flurries to be able to full block. And let's hold on to, well, I was thinking of holding on to this flurry so that way we could get another ornamental proc, but with another hit, this bird would go down and be stunned for a turn, and I think that's going to be more worth it. So they are blocking for exactly 21. They're attacking for 21, I should say. Let's do that. I think here's our turn to where we are getting Eruption. Let's play this Miracle first to open up our hand so we get both these flurries back. So we'll halt and we will probably wall up. So we're not taking too much damage. Now's our turn. Since he's not attacking, we can play a Wish. We can get some gold off. And we are gonna Omniscience Eruption and end the fight. Very strong fight. And Runic Pyramid shown how strong we can be when we just hold the cards that we either want to choose to play now or play next turn. Like water at the end of your turn, if you're in calm, gain 7 block, and it comes upgraded. We don't have any relics that would particularly make it upgraded. We're just lucky to see. And we do end our turn in block somewhat favorably with vigilance and meditate. So gain 7 block passively seems pretty strong. Now, wing boots. You may ignore paths when choosing the next room to travel to 3 times. And given the strength of our deck and just what we're operating on, we can go elite hopping, so from path to path, to be able to not be restricted from what's immediately in front of those next paths. We can gain a lot of relics and better card rewards from these elites. I think that's going to be the way we can ramp up. This is a pretty strong card for Watcher, but since we have Runic Pyramid, we have a lot of draw. Essentially, we don't need this as much. Especially when our first turn we get Gambling Chip. We can discard the cards that we don't want to start with. We're doing just fine without this. So let's take one more question mark, and it turns out to be a hallway fight. We do draw Wish again. This would have been a good turn since this Spirit Guardian doesn't attack turn 1. We could have used our turn to play Wish twice with Omniscience, but that's okay. We'll discard our strikes, and let's keep it at that. I think we are just gonna play Wish and gain some gold. Let's play Consecrate and Flurry Blows, so that way we get some cards out of our hand. We're hoping to draw into some Wrath, which we do. The important thing is that we need to actually exit it. So, for now, let's play Spirit Shield, since we're not going to be doing enough. And we block with the additional 7. So here we are destined to draw an option that's going to get us out of Wrath. We get this Meditate next turn, or next draw with Wheel Kick. So let's halt, Wheel Kick. No, I think we can actually just kill. Yeah. Sometimes you just do a lot of calculating to where you want to block, but you just end up winning the fight. You just think about it. Talk to the Hand is actually the most broken card you can get with Watcher. Deal 5 damage, and that's insignificant. The damage does not matter, but the status of whenever you attack this enemy, gain 2 block, exhaust is super strong. Since we gain so many 0-cost cards with either Wheel Kick or with our stance swapping, we get the Flurry of Blows. We can repetitively play that, and that's how we're going to be building up block instead of playing our defend. So again, we are going to be removing defends more frequently, and as well as we can Omniscience that Talk to the Hand, we can build up to where this status would be gain 4 block, or if we upgrade it, free and play twice 6 block. So each time we hit an enemy with that status, we just block very, very quickly. And I think I'm going to keep this hand because we didn't draw Wish. And I'm going to play Wish twice, gain some gold, and I am going to gain some strength because we don't want to be in this fight too long. They'll be gaining 5 strength per turn. So it's best to leave when you can. So I think that means I'm going to do something. It looks treacherous. But we block evenly. killer fight. Another halt, I think, would be beneficial in most cases, but like I said, with that talk to the hand, I just don't know how much we actually need to block with cards rather than with attacks. Meditate, it's kind of awkward with two of them because you're only going to play one a turn, but we are lacking a lot of stance swapping. So, Cheese Carpet, thank you for the follow. Let's, since we don't have much stance swapping going on, let's click on Meditate. Cheese Carpet, how are you doing today? Thanks for tuning in. Let's press our luck on it a bit. Dilly Killy, thank you for the follow. Hope you're doing well today. Thank you for tuning in. Ritual Dagger is a card that allows for scaling. It's also what's known as like a side quest card. It's something for you to do across combat. But we're kind of doing that by carrying away gold right now. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Just one moment, put some strawberries away. Oh, thank you. Alright, I'm back. Hey Matt, it's Hallie. Oh hey, how you doing, Dylan? Other Dylan. I have another friend Dylan in the chat also. Hope you're doing well. I think we are strong enough in this combat to go for the Burning Elite. So, I have no idea what's going on. Hey, thank you for the support though, I appreciate it. I hope you can stay around for a gift card later. At least your chance at one. This is Slay the Spire. It's called like a dungeon crawler game where you go across multiple levels. You build a deck that you have between each combat, and the goal is to survive by making it to the very top, where you will fight essentially a mega boss with certain attack patterns and health, and survive, and known as Slay the Spire. You'll hear a lot of analytical commentary, which can either put you to sleep or just put you in a calm mood. Hopefully, you get whatever you you need to get out of it. So this fight, it's gonna be tough. I think we are gonna probably use a potion, strength potion, where we get 2 more attack onto our base damage. So, I think we're going to start with this hand. And we're going to just play it pretty simply. Do that, we full block. Now, with this attack pattern, he is guaranteed, or she's guaranteed to attack 3 times this turn, and if we don't kill this little gremlin, it will attack us for 35 damage next turn. So it's important to kill now, but also be able to maintain a lot of block. No, I've never played Munchkins. Tell me about it. Also, is it on Steam, or was it on console? I'm also an FPS guy. I really like Overwatch, and I've been keeping an eye on Overwatch 2 beta. I saw that it's just been released. And I'm not sure my computer would be able to, or my laptop would be able to run it, but it's definitely enticing. I used to play a lot of Overwatch on PlayStation. Pretty good, but as good as a controller and like solo queue can get you. The card game. Oh, cool. So I think we are gonna look to build up a lot of block and simultaneously set us into a situation where we're gonna be able to heavily attack next turn. So for this, we're just gonna Spirit Shield and Wallop. And I think we can also halt. Extra 7 block should be helping us. You play a lot of Apex? So Apex is one of those games I've never sat down and played, but I actually have a friend that's his main game, and he swears by it. And it seems good. I've just, I guess I just missed the FPS wave of like battle royales. But I do know that's one of the bigger ones of them. And I like, of course, with this game, I like games to where you can play differently with whatever class you choose in your play style. Same with Overwatch. And we are gonna do this so that way we gain these cards indirectly and hopefully stall another turn so we can play this gold. I don't know if I'm smart enough for this game, so I'll just watch you. I have probably, let's see, I have this on Switch, and on that I've put, I think, 1,700 hours. And on PC I have 200 hours. So I'm doing a lot that probably doesn't come naturally to the naked eye or first time viewer. There's a lot of math going on in my head and a lot of experience of like why I'm doing all these attacks, and I know a ton of these attack patterns just by statistics from experience, to where I definitely would not recommend jumping into A20, which is the hardest one for this game mode. But Ascension 1 or Ascension 0 is more welcoming to first-time players. Also, if like you've seen any other roguelites, like Binding of Isaac, it's really popular. It's kind of in the same sphere. We don't want any of these cards, so we're just gonna keep moving. So like I said, with this Wing Boots relic, we can ignore paths that we would normally be constrained to, or restrained to immediately ahead of us, but we can thrice choose differently. So like we just went through that elite, we're going to go to another elite. This is the second option of 3 elites. This is Triple Slavers. And each one of these has their own attack patterns. And this is a really difficult fight, so we are very persuaded to use a potion. So I think we are going to start with this. Oops. Didn't mean to play that miracle. attacking for 17, we're passively blocking for 7. We can get some damage. Let's just continue blocking. This is tough because I actually think, and it's embarrassing, but we are not drawing the cards in order that we need to. And we're not gonna likely be blocking enough as well as playing our Wrath to where we can get out of this fight well. So I think we're actually just gonna wish for gold, and this potion allows us to just escape from combat. Maybe we were overzealous to get into here. So, but it's okay. But that is the hardest elite of the game. Act 2, Triple Slavers. And you're guaranteed not to see the same elite back to back. So we would see the Gremlin leader that we just saw, or third that we haven't seen on this stream, but it's the Book of Stabbing. Let's go for a question mark though. Get Jaxed, lose 3 HP, gain 2 strength. I think we like to transform 2 cards here. I think we're just going to defend strike. Like Water and Flurry is great. Pretty much what we're doing, and Shuriken is exactly what this deck needed. A way to ramp up in strength. Whenever you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 1 strength. And since we have 3 Flurry blows, how do we do this? 3 Flurry blows. Whenever we swap stances and play all of them, we're gaining strength. So we can play them either throughout a turn, swap stances, play all 3 again. Be ramping up quickly, and I feel much more comfortable now. But we also don't have potions now, unfortunately, so I think we're just going to go regular combat. Just trying to full block here. We are going to take 7. Let's see. Great. We are at the point where we're full blocking, and we do get the opportunity to gold. And we can just Eruption, Wheel Kick out of this fight. We can just Wheel Kick. Bottled Miracle, thank goodness we get another potion to hopefully save us. And these are not cards that we're going to be looking for. Let's take an event. Oh, God. So you can choose not to face these guys. You would that comes at the penalty of losing all your gold. These are difficult to fight, these guys are, but this was a favorable hand. Omniscience is gonna get those flurries back. And we can just wheel kick our way out of this. Phew, that fight doesn't go as easily. And that comes at the guaranteed relic reward, and it's always this particular relic. Red mask at the start of each combat, apply 1 week. Weakened creatures deal 25% less damage. Very, very valuable since we're not front blocking in this deck, we're taking block indirectly. But any way to receive less incoming damage, the better. I don't think we want these cards. 75 gold to remove a card. Let's remove a strike. And we are gonna rest here because we are at a lot of we're down a lot of HP. Man. And I think we're just gonna have to Miracle Wallet because we are getting our butts kicked. I think we're looking for more draw to take because we're kind of slow at starting up. Let's see. Do we have the damage? We can. We definitely do have the block. Overblocked by 4. And this is a combat where she can keep on healing and could go on indefinitely, but or at least like if we have control to get over this fight. But since we have this staying in our hand, we can actually choose to get that 25 gold when we want to, when she's not attacking, like right now. And we're just sitting pretty. And then we can go in. Very good. Still cards I don't want to see. This relic at the start of the boss combat, which is right here, we gain an extra 25 health. So that would put us at 42. So with the start of 42, I'm dissuaded to heal. Instead, I would like to upgrade. I think I want to upgrade Eruption. We like an energy upgrade very much. And this is good. We can Omniscient Wish. We could also Omniscient Talk to the Hand. I actually think Talk to the Hand is going to play a little nicer. Just to be able to consistently block every time we go after this big boss, because we don't have to clear out these little minions. In fact, if you kill the collector, these just die off, and when you kill these off, the collector can respawn them, taking her turn if she so chooses. So it's a little nicer to be comforted when you're attacking the big boss that you gain 4 buff per attack. And we do just die. That's okay though. We didn't have a lot of methods of like ramping up quickly and getting to what we wanted to do, and that's just the way Watcher goes. So that will put us at 7 and 13. We have officially completed 20 runs, and we are doing just fine. So multiply that by 5 since we're going to 100 runs. That can put us at 35 wins. And like I said at the beginning of this challenge, we're looking for 30 wins as a personal goal. We do have time for one more run. So we are going to go to the Ironclad, one of my favorites. I think it's also one of the most enjoyable. A little bit less calculation, a little bit more fun, I'd say. Take 18 damage, choose a rare colorless card to obtain, choose a card to obtain, take 3 random potions, random boss relic. And I think we can get a lot more done by taking this route. Apotheosis, upgrade all your cards for the rest of combat. Very strong card to take early. All your strikes become upgraded when you play it. Defends, upgraded. Bash, upgraded. And we're gonna look to upgrade Apotheosis, so it's no longer 2 cost, it will be 1 cost energy, since we only have 3 energy to start with. Let's go this way. And that's what we're gonna do at this next campfire. We will take 2 damage to go ahead and upgrade our deck. Oh, I almost forgot. I wanted to give a shout out to Venture Forth D&D. Earlier this week, they reached out to me on Instagram to, I think True Grit is probably pretty good here, to check out their podcast, and it was pretty good, pretty entertaining. And it's just a small little crew that they have, and I really enjoyed the content they produce. Not sponsored, by the way. I just think that they did a good job. I think they should be recognized for it. Looking for 3 strikes. And we didn't get it, but this is getting dangerous. say the least. Hmm. Clothesline. Weakened creatures deal 25% less damage when they're weak, so deal 12 damage in 2 weak. Really like that. Are you playing on a laptop right now? No, I don't have a desktop yet, so I am playing on my Lenovo laptop. I'd like to save up for some like potential to getting a desktop, but I do have a second monitor and this mic. Let me mute it so I don't just blow out your eardrums. It's a pretty nice desk mic. I got it at Best Buy. I think it was like 60% off. But I think it does the trick pretty well. Hemokinesis, lose 2 HP, deal 15 damage. Pretty good. Dylan, do you have a desktop, or Dilly Killy, I should say, because there might be the other Dylan. I can't remember if you showed me your setup when I was over. I appreciate it. Pommel Strike will enable us to get some draw going and some damage, and like we said, we want to upgrade this Apotheosis, so we're not playing as much for it. Might want to use this colorless potion. I feel comfortable doing so. Xbox gamer. Yeah, I feel that. I had contemplated getting a PC for the longest time now, and I guess I'm just kind of slowly coming around to it. I feel like everybody else I know has it and swears by it, and I really do like the comfort of just even like playing from my laptop, for instance. Actually thinking about selling my PlayStation 4 so I can like work on other upgrades. Cleave is a source of AoE damage that we can get, and we could definitely just die in this fight. Boy. Not looking strong. Also, for whoever might be watching that for the first time as well as live, this is a game to where like you are not programmed to win more than 50% of the time. It's not like setting you up to success. It is figure this out and try not to die as we come to here, and case in point, we are defeated. And since that was a quick one, we can get the next rotational character in. As well as another thing that I do for first time viewing, and is standard amongst the other like highest ascension players, that you play with one character, you go into the next, like win or lose, and that's how you go about your playing. It's called rotating, and it's the standard format. I'm not good with it. Castle Crashers. Castle Crashers is legit. I haven't played it myself. Oh no, wait, I have played it at on another friend's. But I've seen a lot of gameplay. There's another game by those same makers. I think it's called Battle Blocks or Battle Blocks Theater. Uh, Similar setup, really fun. I also like their artwork. It's kind of like cutesy, but um, comedic as well. Let's obtain a random rare relic. We get dig, or a shovel that we can dig for relics at the rest sites. So we're gonna look for some rest sites, some campfires. And this path, oh boy, is looking very favorable. Terror applied 99 vulnerability. Vulnerable creatures take 50% more damage. Very good card to take early on. Grade 2 random cards. Price of 20 HP. I don't think we wanted another curse. We just took a curse. They essentially block our draw that we would rather preferably have. So we'll keep our deck on the cleaner side rather than just having cards that we don't want to play. So there are three like levels, or they're also known as acts. The one that I was playing with the purple character Watcher, I was in the second act, and I think I was 30 minutes through, or maybe 35 when I was at the Act 2 boss. So there are three acts. Each at the end of each act, there is a boss, and those are also rotated. There are three different bosses per act that you could randomly get, and they're each designed to typically counter a certain way of deck building or playstyle. So it's one of the challenges to kind of like round out of what you're doing, so you're consistent and prepared in the different situations that those bosses would spawn. Now, additionally, at this like high gaming level of Ascension 20, is that there are little keys to collect as you go throughout the acts, and I can explain that more as I go. That if you collect all three, it unlocks a secret hidden fourth act, to where then there's another elite, a heavy combat, and then like the Omega boss, which is known as the Heart. And the Heart has 800 HP, a set attack pattern of heavy damage, and it's like rapid attacks, or like, excuse me, a lot of multi attacks as well as one heavy attack, and you have to consistently block and deal damage while the Heart is scaling itself with damage. So the whole design play is pretty difficult and hard to get used to. So with all that like in mind, it would vary from 50 minutes. 50 minutes is on the faster side, to the slower side could be like an hour 20 if you get all the way. But of course, as you've seen, if you lose, which you can at any time, either through bad draw, bad decision making, what have you, it could last 10 minutes. But there are also other like accepted modes, or like community appreciated modes that other players play through, and they'll play on the lowest ascension, which is basically the lowest difficulty. As you can see here, like 1 at the top of your screen has elite spawns more often, and all those other difficulties numbered down are non-existent. So they play at that lowest level and they try to just speed run the game. So they try to get through just the 3 acts, not the 4 acts, like less than 10 minutes typically. And it's doable. My fastest one on like Ascension 1 or 0, I can't remember, I think was 15 minutes. But it's, man, is it hard. Let's take this campfire here and we'll dig a random relic. Ceramic fish, whenever you add a card to your deck, you gain 9 gold. So we will be favorably taking a card whenever we're given one. Let's use this upgrade pot. It's gonna deal some more damage as well as gain some more block. This fight is not going well. We should be able to deal 12 damage. As we do 2 strikes, 2 times 6, 12. Stilled Chaos. Play the top 3 cards of your draw pile for free. Backflip, deflect, flechettes. I think flechettes is our way of damage here. And we can get another campfire. Dig a random relic. Whetstone. That's okay. We are going to gain a lot of relics right here. Whenever you enter a rest site, start the next combat with 2 extra energy, which we are prospectively doing a lot. Dig again. Meal ticket, which is perfect. Whenever we enter a shop, heal 15 HP, and we are going to the shop as it already triggers. I think I'm going to take some more damage. I think I'm going to take dagger throw, dagger throw and dagger spray. Yeah. And we're going to get rid of this dexterity potion, take a fire pot so we can deal 20 damage when we need to. Dash is a pretty solid card. Gain 10 block, deal 10 damage. 2 cost is a little difficult sometimes to pull off. We're facing Hexaghost, which will ramp up its own attack pattern. I think we're gonna take it. Yeah. Go here. We could lose the dash, or we could lose 62 gold. I think gold is going to make more sense here. Gain strength. So that's kind of unfortunate to have this relic as well as the shovel, because they're competing for what we want to do at a rest site, so one of them is becoming useless, potentially. See ya, Dylan. I appreciate you viewing. Hope we can get together soon, and of course, appreciate the support. And thanks for the follow. Hope you're having a good night. Until Hallie, I said hey. See ya, bud. Let's take a Tactician. When this card is discarded, we gain an extra energy. And boy, we are not looking optimal. I think the best thing we can do is lift. We gain some strength. And that will carry across combat, which is important, but I think strength is going to help us beat down Hexaghost here. And I can definitely see us using both these potions here. Just trying to think of when the most optimal time of when we want to play Distilled Chaos. Use and let's see. I think I'm going to play the strike over the defend. I think next turn we're probably gonna have to just give Distilled Chaos the best chance we can get. So we're not guaranteed to land with Distilled Chaos. We could play these 3 cards. So instead we're gonna use a Fire Pot. I'm glad to get out of that fight alive. I did not think it was very likely we'd get there. Alchemize, obtain a random potion, and we can carry that across combats. Very nice. And so Fusion Hammer, gain energy. You can no longer smith at rest sites, but I think that's going to be just fine. Like I was talking about earlier, we have both Shovel and Guria, and they're both competing for what we do at rest sites, along with healing if we just need to. So foregoing smithing is absolutely fine. Oof. This act wants to kill me. Like hard. It wants to kill me hard. Let's go this route for now. Let's play this. We get out of there, saving 7 health. Be good. Quick Slash, deal 12 damage, draw a card. I think we're gonna skip it. Transform 2. Very nice. We can get rid of some strikes. Wow. 2 rares, which is almost always beneficial. But Glass Knife, deal 8 damage twice. You can upgrade it to deal 12 damage twice, decrease the damage by 2 every time you play it. And whenever you play a guard, gain 1 block. So we're going to look for some strength scaling, some spam heavy cards. Remove a card. And let's remove this injury. We got a lot stronger just between those 2 events. And let's just duplicate a defend. Extra 6 block is always beneficial. And Shelled Parasite is one of the harder combats you can get in the second act. Colloquially, it is known as like avocado, just because of its shape. Also commonly in Act 2, this can be paired with one of the rats, and it is potentially the hardest hallway fight in the game. Blade Dance, add 3 shivs into your hand. Each shiv deals 4 damage, and that's perfect with, as I just mentioned, After Image. So whenever we're playing them, we're going to be gaining total 4 block, the skill, and then the 3 attacks that it produces. And this is the fight I was just talking about. Doesn't make it any better that we're doing that, but it is what it is. I think we're going to be able to get through it okay. Not amazing, though. Yeah. Ugh. Just keep on taking damage, can't get out of it. Strength pot, gain 2 strength. And Escape Plan is good with a spam heavy deck. And a lot of skills we have. So we have 2 options. We can go for an elite and fire elite, or 2 hallway fights, or we get this fire right here. Probably rest at it. And then take on an elite. I think I like to rest. This is the worst fight we could have come across, unfortunately. Not even exaggerating. Okay, we do handle it on the better side. But we're not out of the woods just yet. See if we can get out of this fight without using Fire Pot. Don't think it's very likely, but optimistic. And we in fact do, that's nice. Smiling Mask, we can remove cards for 50 gold when we're in the shop. Emerald Key, of course, a requisite for facing Heart, and another Blade Dance. Noxious Fumes Plus is a good card, though. Can't go unnoticed. But I think this is going to be more important. And it follows more of what we're doing. You can use this Alchemize, and this is one of the best potions you can get, if not the best. Gain 1 intangibility, you reduce all damage taken and HP loss to 1, so we can choose that when we are getting attacked for a lot of damage. There we go. Colorless Pot, probably not better than a known 12 block and 1 intangible. A Blade Dance Plus and 1000 Cuts. Again, card spam. Good. Bag of Marbles. At the start of each combat, apply 1 vulnerable to all enemies. And let's lift. We are wanting more strength now in what we're doing in combat. And this is great. We can do this. And I don't think we even have to worry about this bird in this combat, because the damage from 1000 Cuts should be mostly dealing with it. Actually, I say that, but like, we're just going through the Chosen One just fine. So it's typically the other way around. That definitely doesn't happen every day. Very good fight. Calculated gamble, discard your hand, then draw that many cards. Really good for getting through a deck quickly. And let's use our last option of Guria. We get 3 strength for every fight. Really good for this fight also, to try and dispose of it as quickly as we can. I think we can wait on this Alchemize, because I think we're going to use this block potion. We are going to look for more draw. It should feel like. Here's where we'll use the block potion. No reason to calculate gamble, because we want to play the cards that we're going to draw into. And we're dealing a lot of damage now. Darkstone Periapt, one of the worst, most like useless relics. Whenever you attain a curse, increase your max HP by 6. And Storm Steel's cute, but I don't think we have enough draw to make use out of it. The thing is about this relic is that you don't want curses in your deck. It just obstructs from what you're supposed to be drawing from the first place. So even though you gain max HP, it's not beneficial at like the price that it comes with. Ugh. I hate this turn. And we want this potion because we're likely to take more damage in the boss fight. I will use this fire pot now though. Make sure he's killed and not healed. Okay. Another acrobatics is what we're looking for. And we are gonna have to rest. We can't even think about taking another relic. It's a great start though. Fairy in the bottle, when you would die, heal to 30% of your max HP and discard that potion. Couldn't think of a better get out of jail free card for what we were trying to do here. There's 22 damage incoming. We have 26 potential points, so we'll go down to 4. It's okay. And I actually think it's going to be more important to use this Fairy in the Bottle rather than use this Gustin Jar first. So we take that incoming damage without much concern. And we do get out of this fight alive. Going into Act 3. Now, Burst is pretty convenient. This turn, your next skill is played twice, and we can combine that with Alchemize to where we get 2 potions across fights, if we so choose to, or we can get 6 shivs from Blade Dance, play Survivor twice, or get a lot of draw going. Very convenient. Let's see. So all of these are energy relics. Hovering Kite, the first time you discard a card each turn, gain an energy. Gain energy, Runic Dome, gain energy at the start of your turn. You can no longer see enemy intents, or gain energy at the start of your turn. You no longer rest at rest sites. Now this is tempting if we had more availability for sustain, but because we're kind of inconsistent on how we mitigate damage, we sometimes have to rest, but we are discarding a good bit, so Hovering Kite is practically free energy without any negative cons. So I'll happily take that. We do face Time Eater, and if you don't know Time Eater, it's pretty much the bane of any spam deck or any infinite. Your turns are capped off at 12 cards a turn, and that carries over to your next turn, so it will shut your turn down, and it is guaranteed to attack you as well as buff its own strength. Very difficult to deal with. And that is the first boss that we would potentially have to go through. There's Hovering Kite, rocking. Oh, we will take that Cunning Potion at 3 shift pluses. Backflip or another shift. I think I'll take another Blade Dance. Upgrade a card, and I would love to upgrade 1,000 Cuts. We heal. Oh boy. Shuriken, whenever we play 3 tags, gain strength, and I think that's a way so we can scale within our combat. We don't really do that. We're not scaling. We have good cards, but we're not scaling. Strike, and I like this footwork too. Essentially gain 2 more block for each card that says blocked on them. Let's evaluate. We could go to this shop as well, or we could go to the Spire. I think I like to go to the Fire. Let's get the footwork. And if you're not familiar with this combat, they are spikers, and they have thorns. When attacked, they deal 9 damage back. It will hit your block first, but it's important to be blocking for a lot. So they're kind of difficult to play against with this deck, but this is how we are supposed to be taking them on with 1,000 Cuts. Since it's not an attack, we are being a little sneaky with dealing damage indirectly. I don't think we want a 4th Blade Dance, considering we're going against Time Eater. We want some other ways to block. Let's take this shot, because we heal, and we owe accuracy. Our shifts just deal 4 more damage. So with that, I will remove a strike, I'm pretty sure. Looking at strike? Yeah, I think we're looking at strike. and gain an enter seat. Let's take some elites. This is a really good fight we can get ahead on. And we're going to be dealing a lot of damage. This is a good fight when you spam. We're probably looking for some cards that will. Let's also go ahead and use this. Some cards that will help us block or draw or retain. Which retain means you get to keep that card in your hand after your turn is over. It's essentially a form of drawing. Use our block pot here. Take 14. Captain's Wheel, start of your third turn. Gain 18 block. Very strong. We're not looking for these cards. Wrangling or riding this. A little difficult to play against. Actually, we should be using these thorns. That's a lot of damage, so let's use this potion. And let's just leave it at that. Because of the way this combat works, every time it takes damage, it will change its attack pattern. And one of its intents can be that it will add a curse into your deck. And so it's important to not end your turn where its intent would add a curse to your deck, because you will carry that curse for the rest of your run. Oof. So I'm glad we saved this Ghost in a Jar pot, because this is where we need it. And this is where we just play every card imaginable. Except for the cards that can help us block. Are you kidding me? Wow. The Spire is very unforgiving. Bronze scales start each combat with 3 thorns. I don't think we want these. Next turn it'll attack for 22, and we are gaining 18 block. Very, very helpful. Good fight. Oh man, this Spire wants me to take Die or Catalyst, but we don't have poison for Catalyst, and we're too strong to take Die. Token Dagger. I mean, we have the block. We have the shivs already through Blade Dance. Heal full HP. Gain a curse, and I hate this curse. But we do draw. We could actually just remove it. I think it's probably important to heal the full. Oh, and you know what? Darkstone Parry actually goes off. We gain 6 extra max HP. We can discard it. It's a little nice. And we might want to duplicate this Blade Dance. Let's see, we have 14. Yeah. We're just too off. Ninja Scroll. At the start of each combat, add 3 shivs into your hand. Very, very strong. And Dodge and Roll. Gain 6 block, gain 6 block next turn. And with the dexterity that applies to this turn and next turn, I think we're happy to take it. So let's remove that curse. And Noxious Fumes is kind of tempting me because it will remove Artifact, and we can use that. Some sense of scaling, I suppose. You know what? I'd rather have this Piercing Wheel. Yeah, I think we're good without the noxious fumes. This is kind of interesting. I think we'll hold off. Transient is an enemy that is setting up to deal damage against you, but that damage is reduced upon the damage that you deal to it in this combat, or in this turn. And it sticks around for this many turns. So it's much harder for a deck that doesn't have a lot of like front damage to go up against it. So for instance, Defect, if you're a power-based deck and you have to get a lot of setup, and oh my god, did this happen? That sucks. Or if you have bad draw, like I clearly do, you just take a ton. Backflip. Sure. We have to take the red key, and we go in with a lot of missing health just because of that one turn, which sucks. And this is not looking good for this fight or next fight. Dex spot's interesting. Gain 2 dexterity. I'm thinking about whether we can hold off on that or not. Let's see. We might have to use it this fight. If we're not dead. That's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. Well, other Dylan's still in chat. Well, other Dylan's still in chat. You are a lucky viewer because there is a smaller sized pot, so you can enter this giveaway, which I'm about to run. Let me just go over this run a little bit of unlucky night, to say the least. 433, killed by Collector with Watcher, Ironclad 4-8, Silent 450. It was tough. We never saw like cards that were convenient. It's okay. It's just from Lexus points, so I'm happy to run it. Plus, I want to make sure that what I set up, like if it runs correctly. Plus, I'm a man of my word. Now I want to see if I can do this. Let's see, turn on. Let's see. Okay. Dylan, are you still here? He is? Okay. Let's, I'm trying to change the capture here. Let's do this. Not sure if this is in play or not. This lovely drum roll. Is there a way to sub, or is it just Patreon? Subbing unlocks like when you have a certain amount of viewership consistent, and like you have to get accolades via Twitch, and they unlock subscriptions. So, Dylan, I am entering, or I'm starting this giveaway. And you can type hashtag giveaway to enter if you are so lucky. One entry, 1 out of 1 viewers have entered the giveaway. And we will do hashtag giveaway. Draw to the lucky viewer of Fight Milk Connoisseur. Congratulations, sir. You are the new owner of a $5 Amazon gift card. The odds were in your favor, sir. And you are a new proud owner of it. Pog indeed. I can't wait for the like availability of personal emotes. That also unlocks with like subscriptions and certain accolades. I'd love to have like my own stuff. What's going on? How would you prefer that? Would you like that via whisper, or would you like that via text message? Good sir. Alright. I'll get you that. Well, thank you, Dylan, and thank you, other Dylan who was here earlier. I appreciate the views. We had up to 4 viewers. Not sure who else popped in, but oh, we did get that cheese carpet fellow to hop on in. So, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. And this has been Slay the Spire with Feisty Saint. I'm looking to do a $5. Oh, Winston, by the way. Thank you. Appreciate it. I wish you would have stuck around. You could have had 50-50 chance of getting $5. But, I mean, whatever. Um, but thank you for tuning in. I'm looking to do $5 gift card giveaways probably every 2 weeks or so. Not specified on whether it be Tuesday or Thursday scheduled streams, but tune on in to Twitter and Instagram at Feisty Saint, and you'll be able to know when that pops up for you for your chance to win. Again, also, I had it as a command. Check out what I'm doing with command my pet. I am offering the opportunity to those who are following me on Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch that if you send me a picture of your pet and a short bio, I will include them in my next YouTube thumbnail. So when this goes live on YouTube, probably uploaded tomorrow, or the next opportunity I get, I would be able to include your said pet. So either via whisper or direct message on Twitter, and I'd happy to abide. Thank you again all for watching, and have a good night. I will see you next stream, shooting for Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, unless a bonus stream comes in between, but you can expect me then. But for now, have a good night and stay safe. Bye.